EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Frank, this game has taken us all over the world to some absolutely beautiful spots, and this is one of the prettiest I've seen in a long time, the cliffs at Lighthouse Point along the eastern coast of Maine.
Yeah, it's always fun when we head up in the northeast area. Golf's been in this area for a long, long time. This golf course hasn't. Rather than new design by Brandt and Patel, and it's lengthy, 7,700 yards. You'll get to hit just about every club in the bag, so good test today.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Flag stick from that man. Locked in on the read and the speed. Makes it and moves to one over. If you're just tuning in, it has been a good one. Let's get you caught up as we go down to hole number 14. Has not been a banner day for our featured player, Frank, but it is only the first round.
You always got to try and get something out of your round, even if it's something to work on for tomorrow.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Another good swing, another good approach shot.
Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week, just a few too many pars. The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. These putts keep the round together. Frank starting to make the move.
Leaderboard very volatile at the moment, so a lot of move in that middle piece of the leaderboard. Top 20 so far.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Well, he's going for back-to-back birdies here, trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction.
And who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special.
That's an absolute beauty.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Just when you thought it was going to be an average week, eagle there to vault into the top 10.
Frank, as we arrive here at 18, I'm thinking about what we so often hear up here in New England. You can't get there from here, or can you at this par 4 finishing hole? Well, he has not been bothered by these strong winds today. It has really been gusty, but you wouldn't know it watching this guy on TV.
I'm loving that balance.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
This is a nice little 135-yard shot. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. It's no snack, though.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect.
That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. So, one round in the books and a lot to chew on here.
There is. This is going to be a tough championship to pull away. The standard of golf, especially that first page of the leaderboard. Excellent golf.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Now at the fifth hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers, just sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. And with that birdie, moves to third place. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this. Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Point. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie.
Frank, anything you do differently from the rough in terms of your swing? Do you hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go down through the grass, through the ball.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
He'll be pleased with that. The approach shot is about 12 feet away. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. So a tester from 4 feet.
Well, with time running out, Rich, that's what's going to make that bogey sting even more.
Can't afford to give him away at this point in the championship. Getting set at the 8th hole, it's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
Sneaks that in. We're now tied.
Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult 3-shotter than what you were anticipating. second shot. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Frank, how about that eagle at this point in the tournament? There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Fourth hole, and looking for a quality start. It's 411 yards and a par 4.
No fairway bunkers or bunkers really to contend with here. Cliffs to the left and also water on that side. But one of the wider fairways on this front side made up for by a very small green.
Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Birdie try up next. Getting set now over the putt. Well, you could see he's just disgusted with that effort. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law. Even par, currently.
Drop shot and a dropped position on the leaderboard.
This game's never about being perfect. It's about being resilient.
Fifth hole now at Lighthouse Point. Frank, it's a beefy par 4.
Another hole without any fairway bunkers off the tee, but really the main defense here at the Cliffs is the elements. Find the fairway, and you'll also be hitting to a green which is protected by a little bunker to the right side of that and short. So precision, once again, required here.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This for birdie.
And with that birdie, tied at the top.
Par 3 sixth is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is classy.
They have a chance of going in.
Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. 7th hole at Lighthouse Point is only 370 yards, Frank. Are you happy if you walk out of here with anything other than birdie?
If you hit the fairway, you definitely should be looking at birdie. But the biggest problem here is to decide, Rich, what club to hit off the tee. You could hit a multitude of clubs here. Further up you go, the narrower this fairway gets.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish and that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Good putt. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. That's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Mark that as a birdie on the card. And another fun hole here at Lighthouse Point. It's the last par 3 on the back 9 as we begin this closing stretch. 241 yards downhill, par 3 16th.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Right in the heart. Well, Frank, I love this par 5 17th. Not only is it fun to play, but if you head over the Juniata Crossway Bridge ahead, you can find Brent's Lobster Shack, which is one of the best lobster rolls I have ever had. And you know, they specialize in that up here in Maine. But what a hole. Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway.
Second shot.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Now his third, staring right at the green. Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. 8-foot putt here. This can be a cruel game at times. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway. Just going to leave you a short iron. And an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory.